Hello friends, today I am going to teach you the formats of NPO. We are having three formats. One is the receipt and payment account, another is income and expenditure account, and third is balance sheet. So let us first understand the format of receipt and payment account. Now as I told you earlier, in a problem we are given the receipt and payment account. And with the help of this receipt and payment account, we are going to solve the problem and we are going to prepare income and expenditure account and the balance sheet. Now let us see at the top of the format, we are given the name of the NPO. Then we have given the receipts and payment account for the year ended. So it is giving us the result of the 1 year, 31st March so and so. Now we have two sides, one is the receipt side and one is the payment side. On the receipt side, we are recording all cash receipts, and on payment side, we are recording all cash payments. And as I told you earlier, that receipt and payment account is a summary of cash transactions. Now to begin with the debit side, we are having opening balance of the cash and opening balance of the bank. So it is shown on the debit side. Okay. Then we are given subscription. Now subscription, it is the main source of income. So we are given a single figure sometimes of the subscription, and sometimes we are given different figures for the previous year, for the current year, and for the next year. Okay. Then we are having entrance fees. So entrance fee is our income. Admission fees also our income. If we are told in the problem that entrance fee or admission fees are to be capitalized, then we are we are adding to the capital fund. Otherwise, they are the revenue receipts. Then we have a life membership fees. Life membership fee is a capital receipt. It is added to the capital fund. Legacy is a capital receipt. It is added to the capital fund. Then we are having government grant. Government grant is the regular income because schools, hospitals, colleges, they are regularly receiving the grant from the government. Then donation is a regular income. Then donation received for us, donations for a special fund like building fund, prize fund, tournament fund. So this is the donation not received for a general purpose. It is for a specific purpose. So it is a capital receipt and it is shown separately on the liability side under the separate heading as a special fund. Then we have normal income, dividend received. Then we are receiving rent of hall. Then we are receiving rent of ground. Then we are selling the old material. So sale of old material. These are all incomes. Sale of old newspapers and the scrap. That is also income. Then we have sundry incomes, miscellaneous receipts. Then tournament receipts in case of sports club. Cricket fees in case of cricket club. Tuition fees and term fees we are receiving in case of schools and colleges. Then collection of fine. We are receiving fines in certain cases. Then locker rent. This is also our income. Regular income. Exam fee is our regular income. And this is the balance carried down in case of bank overdraft. In case negative balance of bank, then it is shown on the debit side. Okay. Now we are having on the credit side bank overdraft by balance brought down. So here suppose on the debit side cash in hand is always debit balance, but cash at bank, if suppose we are having a negative balance, then it is not shown on the debit side, it is shown on the credit side. Then we have regular payments. So these are all our expenses, regular expenses. Salary is expense, rent rates is and tax is expense. Printing and stationery is expense, general expense, then interest on bank loan is our expense, electricity charge is our expense, audit fees we are paying to the auditor for getting the books audited, tournament expense, just like we have tournament receipts, we have tournament expenses also. So this is an expense. Wages is our expense, telephone and mobile expense. Then we are having bank charges that we are paying to the bank. Then we have postage. Then we have a conveyance, which is a local traveling. Then we have expense of annual function. Just like we have an income of annual functions, we have an expense of annual function. Then fixed deposit. Fixed deposit is not a revenue receipt, it is a capital receipt. Sorry, it is a capital payment. Okay. We are having surplus fund, so we are depositing it to bank. Then we are having purchase of fixed assets, conveyance, books, furniture, building, investment. So we are purchasing these fixed assets. So this is known as a capital expenditure, and they are all placed on the asset side of the balance sheet. Now we have a newspaper, office expense, repairs. These are our normal expenses. And at the end of the year, we are having cash in hand and cash at bank. So as we are having opening balance, we are having a closing balance also. So this is shown in the closing balance sheet on the asset side. And in case the cash at bank is having a negative balance, then it is a bank overdraft, which is shown on the debit side here. And it is shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. Which balance sheet? Closing balance sheet. Okay. So this is the receipt and payment account, which is useful to us for preparing the income and expenditure account. Okay. Now we'll see the another format of income and expenditure account. Now our answer is income and expenditure account and balance sheet. So here also at the top of the account, we'll write the name of the NPO. Then we'll mention the heading income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March so and so. Then on the debit side, we are recording all the expenses, and on the credit side, we are recording all the incomes. On debit side, we are recording expenses related to current year only. And on credit side, we are recording incomes related to current year only. Now, on the debit side, we are having all these expenses. So we are having salary first. So salary is our regular expense, and these are all outstanding and prepaid. So that we are adding and subtracting as per the requirement. So I have already explained this in the formula before in the income and expenditure account. Okay. So now the next is wages. Wages is again regular expense. Printing and stationery is expense. Rent is expense. Interest is expense. Conveyance is expense. Rates and taxes, these are the expense. Insurance premium is expense. Audit fee is expense. Then we are having office expenses, telephone and mobile expenses. Then we are having medicines in case of hospitals. Then we have a sports material, our expense in case of the gymkhana or the sports club. Then we have normal repairs and maintenance. Then electricity charges we are paying. We are paying newspaper. We are paying for the newspapers and periodicals. Sundry expense we are paying. Then whenever there is a sale of asset, we are calculating whether we are having profit or loss. So loss on sale of asset we are recording on the debit side. And then depreciation of the fixed asset we have to calculate, and then we have to charge on the debit side of this income and expenditure account. So that is we are recording here on the expense side. And the last is the difference. If the income side is heavy than the expense side, then the difference that we are going to get is surplus. So it is known as excess of income over expenditure. So this is the debit side. Now on the credit side, our main source of income is subscription. So we are recording the subscription, and in addition to that, any addition or subtraction that we have to do, that we are doing as per the requirement. This I have already explained in the formula in the income and expenditure account. Then tuition fee we are receiving in case of schools and colleges. Then term fee we are receiving in case of schools and colleges. So these are all regular incomes. Rent received is our regular income. Interest received is our regular income. Dividend received is our regular income. Government grant, we are receiving government grant, which is also regular or recurring, we can say. Ground rent, it is also recurring. Sundry receipt is a recurring. Entrance fees is recurring. If we are told to capitalize, then we will add to the capital fund, otherwise it is a revenue receipt. Admission fee and entrance fee is one and same. Donations They are recurring in nature. So general donations is our income. Then as I told you, profit on sale of asset. So whenever the asset is sold and we are calculating the profit, then profit appears on the income side of the income and expenditure account. And the difference of the expense side and income side. If the expense side is heavy than the income side, then the excess of expenditure or income is known as a deficit, and this deficit is carried down to capital fund. So now at the end of this particular account, any surplus we are adding to the capital fund in the balance sheet, and any deficit we are subtracting from the capital fund in the balance sheet. Okay, so this is the income and expenditure account, which is giving us the result of the current year, whether our financial reserve is surplus or financial reserve is deficit. Okay, now we'll see the third one. Now this is the format of the balance sheet. The format of the balance sheet is known to you. We are writing the balance sheet as on so and so date. Okay, we are having liabilities and we are having assets. Okay, now on the liability side, now we are having a capital fund. As I told you, capital fund is the amount, is the fund which is created. Okay, how it is created? It is created out of the capital receipts. So the capital fund is having opening balance, and then in this capital fund we are adding the donations which has to be capitalized as per the adjustment, and trust fees we are capitalizing as per the adjustment, life membership fees we are capitalizing, legacy we are capitalizing, then surplus we are capitalizing. So then we will get one figure, and that figure is known as a capital fund. And in case there is a deficit, then we will subtract the deficit. Okay, so this is the capital fund on the liability side. Then we are having building fund, we are having endowment fund, we are having tournament fund, special fund, charity fund. So these are the all special funds actually. They are shown under the separate heading. Means they are not part of capital fund, but they are shown separately. Okay, so they are all special funds actually. Then we are having sundry creditors. Then we have a bank overdraft. Then if any loan is taken, that loans are shown on the liability side. Then we have outstanding expenses. Whatever expenses are outstanding, they are recorded on the liability side. And whatever incomes are received in advance, they are also shown on the liability side. So this is the liability side of the balance sheet. And now let us see the asset side of the balance sheet. On the asset side, we have normal assets like cash in hand and cash at bank. Then we are having a fixed deposits that we have kept with the banks. Then we have investments. So we are investing in various securities. That investment we are showing as asset. Then we have a normal debtors. Sometimes we have debtors. So we are recording. Then we have fixed assets like land and building, furniture and fixture, plant and machinery, equipments, playground, motor vehicles, library books. So these are all fixed assets, and whatever depreciation we are told to charge, we are charging the depreciation, and the net value we are showing to the outer column. Then we are having the stock of sports material, stock of stationery, and stock of drugs. So this is the closing stock of all this sports material, stationery and drugs that we have to show in the closing balance sheet at the end of the year. Then any loans and advances given by the NPO, then they are to be shown on the asset side. Then whatever expenses are prepaid expenses are there, the prepaid expenses we have to show on the asset side, and all outstanding incomes, that is incomes receivable, are shown on the asset side. So that is also known as the incomes receivable. Okay, so at the end, you know that we are following the double entry system. So the liability side and the asset side of the balance sheet should tally. So friends, so these are the three formats. Format of receipt and payment account. You have to learn it properly. You have to understand it so that you can solve the problem easily. And then you are having income and expenditure account. So this is the part of your solution. You have to understand it. Okay, so you can post all those items which are related to current year and which are related to revenue expense and revenue income. And then the balance sheet, as usual, balance sheet is recording all capital items, capital receipts and capital expenses. Okay, thank you.